What would you say if I told you that this and all of this could be achieved with an item that most people throw on the ground without a second thought? Welcome back, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how strong small batteries are after the recent output buff. Our first design today is going to show you how to set up electric furnaces with a small battery and a solar panel. We'll begin by placing our small battery on top of the tool cupboard. Then we'll place our solar panel facing north for maximum output. Connect the solar panel output to the battery input. Next, we can set down our electric furnaces. Place a splitter on the wall and connect the battery output to the input of the splitter. Then connect each splitter power out to each furnace power in. Now we can turn our furnaces on and they'll be ready to be loaded with ore so they can cook. But this was already something you could do before the update. Now we can not only run 3 electric furnaces on a small battery, but also have ore autofill into them and auto empty. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to start by placing an input box and an output box. Place a storage adapter on each of them. Place an industrial conveyor near each box. Place down an electrical branch, followed by an industrial splitter and an industrial combiner. Connect the power out of the battery to the power in of the branch. Then connect the branch out to the first industrial conveyor and the pass-through of the first conveyor to the power in of the second. Then connect the power out from your branch to the power in of your splitter. This will get your furnaces back up and running. With the wiring done, it's time to start piping things together. We'll use blue for our input and red for our output. Connect the industrial out of your input box to the input of your conveyor. Then connect the output of the conveyor to the input of the splitter. Next, we need to attach storage adapters to each of the furnaces before we can connect the splitter to them. With the storage adapter on, connect the industrial splitter to each electric furnace. Connect the output of the furnaces to the input of the industrial combiner. Then we can connect the output of our combiner to the input of our second conveyor. Then lastly, we connect the output of our second conveyor to the input of our box. Add the refined ore items to the filter of our second conveyor. Then add all ore to the filter of the first conveyor. With all that done, we're ready to turn on our conveyors and get cooking. As you can see, we're able to automatically smelt all the ore we have using just one small battery. For your convenience, I'll put a circuit diagram on the screen now so that you can use that to recreate the circuit or rewatch this section if you need to. That last circuit can be a little power intensive, so I wanted to show you how to connect 2 solar panels to one small battery to make sure your battery never dies. Place the 2 solar panels one after the other Then put a root combiner up near your battery. Connect the solar panel output to each of the root combiner inputs. Then connect the root combiner output to the small battery input, and your battery is guaranteed to never run out of juice. This next circuit is for people who want to put up a quick and easy turret pod, and for people who want to make sure that they're never hitting that 12 turret cap. We'll start the same way by putting our battery on top of the TC, but then we can put our solar panel on top of the triangle where we'll put our turret for ease. Connect the solar panel to the battery. Then we'll get our turret down and make sure it's loaded with ammo. Place an electrical branch and a timer near the battery. Then put a door controller on the inside of the turret pod and pair it to the door by unlocking the door, pressing E on the door controller. Place an HPHF sensor near where you want the turret to be activated when an enemy goes by. Connect the power out from the battery to the power in of the branch. Connect the branch out to the power in of the HPHF. And connect the power out from the HPHF to the timer on of the timer. Then connect the power out from the branch to the power in of the timer. And connect the power out of the timer to the input of the door controller. Lastly, connect the pass-through from the door controller to the power in of the turret. Make sure your HPHF is set to unauthorized players. Now we can close the door and test it out by deauthorizing ourselves from the TC. The timer is set to 10, so the turret should turn on for 10 seconds and then the door should close again. As you can see, that's exactly what happens, and then it'll go right back off. For actual use, it would be better to set this timer to longer. I'd recommend probably around a minute or a little bit longer if you feel like that. One of the best parts about this circuit is that it only uses 3 power when it's not active. That means that you'll never run out of power, and even if the solar panel is destroyed, it'll keep working for long after. You can see it's only using 14 power when the turret is actually on. Once again, I'll throw the diagram up there for you. The circuit is one of my favorites of all time. It's super simple and super great for all your bases. Another thing we can do after the small battery buff that I think is really fun is set up automatic spotlights. So let's show you how to do that. First, we're going to get up somewhere high and place our searchlight where we want to. Then all we'll need is an electrical branch and a blocker. First, connect the output from the solar panel to the power in of the electrical branch. After that, we're going to connect the branch out to the block pass-through of the blocker. Then connect the power out from the branch to the power in of the battery, and connect the power out of the battery to the power in of the blocker. The last thing we'll do is connect the power out from the blocker to the power in of the searchlight. With all that done, our circuit is ready to go, and you can see that the branch out is providing power to the block pass-through of the blocker, so we're not sending any power to the searchlight during the daytime. But once the sun sets and it goes to nighttime, the searchlight comes on and is powered by all that energy stored in the battery during the day. And the next morning when the sun rises, it's back off. Here's the diagram. Once again, this circuit is one of my absolute favorites. The same circuit I just showed you can be used to set up lights and heaters at night as well, so let me show you how to do that real quick. With the same branch blocker set up as before, we're just going to throw up a few lights and heaters. Then we connect the power out from the blocker to the input of the first light. And these are nice and easy because we just go pass through to power in for each of them. With the same demonstration as before, we can show you that the lights and heaters come on when the sun goes down. My base is comfortable and well illuminated. And they come back out, saving you power during the daytime. Thanks so much guys for making it this far into the video. I think it's really cool what you can do with the small battery now that they made the changes. Please tell me any circuits you would make or how you would change mine in the comments. I'd love to see that below. Quick little bonus feature, you can use a small battery to walk directly up onto large boxes.